Good morning, everyone. So one of our projects is going to be this. It's called the Remix project, where we're going to take a file we find online, put it inside Tinkercad, and then change it or remix it into something else. So first I'm going to change the file, my last name, and remix. And then we're going to go to the website Thingiverse, which I'm going to put a link to it in Schoology so you can find it easier. So this is just a simple one. I'm going to take this skull and turn it into something else. So on Thingiverse, when you want to look for something, you type in the search bar, and you have to be correct with your spelling. If your spelling is off, you're not going to find anything. It's very particular. So there's the skull I was looking for. I'm going to click it again. Okay. So to get it into Tinkercad, first, do not push this button. If you push this button, it'll download it as a zip file, so you'll have to unzip it on your iPad. It just makes things harder. So what you want to do is scroll down to Files, One Thing Files, and then I'm going to click Download. And you can see down here it's downloading. In your iPad, just click the download button at the top of the screen to see if it's downloading or not. Then once it's downloaded, we're going to go back to Tinkercad. Okay. So to get it in here, you're going to see this button up top says Import. We're going to push that. We're going to choose a file, and then you have to find the file location, which on your iPad shouldn't be too hard. And then I'm going to click there. Okay. Now once you're on the screen, if you see these numbers here, that means it works. If you get a, sorry, the fan's going off. If you get a red notification you're saying image too big or too many shapes or triangles, that means the file is too complex. You got to find something else, which some kids are lucky they find something on the first time, and then some kids take 3 or 4 picks till they can actually import it in. So these numbers here, scale, that means 100%. So when you pull this file in, it's going to stay at the 100% size that the designer created it. So it'll be 53 millimeters high. So if you change any of this stuff, it'll change the size. If I hit 90, enter, it'll make this all smaller. Same thing, if I make it 50% of the size, it'll make it that much smaller. If you know how big you want it to be, this is where you want to change it, because it'll change it all at the same rate. So it's not going to look oblong or funky or anything if you change it yourself in Tinkercad. So I'm going to make this, let's say, I'm going to keep it 100%, which should be a fine size. So then we click Import. You'll see the green thing says importing. On a laptop or any other desktop computer, this will go pretty fast. On an iPad, it might take, I've seen it take 10 seconds. I've seen it take 20 minutes. It shouldn't take 20 minutes. That's an extreme one. But you just wait it out until it loads. So we got the skull here. So the whole point of this project is to remix it. So we're taking someone else's idea, the file design, and we're going to change it into something we want it for. So the basic example I always give is a pencil holder. So I'm going to put a bunch of holes in here that you could put this on a desk and put pencils inside. Everyone likes pencil holders on their desk. So I'm going to make this about 8 by 8. I think that's usually big enough to hold a pencil. Stretch it up. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to raise it up right about, yeah, that should be good. And I'm going to duplicate and repeat. Another one. Another one. Make sure they're not sticking out the bottom. I'm going to put one over here. I'm going to rotate that. It sticks out at a funny angle. Flip this around. And I'm going to group it all together. And now we have a pencil holder. No holes on the bottom. Or, even easier, you could put I have to make it smaller, but you could put a hole in the bottom, make it a pencil topper. You could turn this into a keychain. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. If you want to, what I see some kids do, they'll take two things from Thingiverse and combine them together. So I think a sixth grader last year took a Snorlax and then put the Rock's head on it and making it, I guess, the Rock Snorlax. So you can also do that too, uploading multiple files. But this can be very simple or be very complicated. The whole point is so you understand how to take the object, put it into Tinkercad, and make something unique out of it. So that's it for this project. Like always, email me with any questions.